Prodigal Sodia Addictions Formula, changing lives for the better.
Hey guys, good morning, and it's Mervin again, and a pleasant good day to you wherever you may are, I should say, and whatever time of the day it is. I'm still gathering my orientation because it's early. As you can see, the sun is just coming up over there, and I've been here a while already. I am loading firewood. I am here on the olive farm. Things are beginning to shape up, and I am cleaning everywhere now, and then eventually I'm going to work my way up and clean all this big ancient Italian olive farm. I make no mistake, I come out here early every day and try to get in some physical work and exercise, and just seizing the day. Now I reach here early, but I actually wake up obviously much earlier to do my online businesses and attend to my administrative works online, marketing, promotion, creating new ideas for videos and things like this. And video at 7 a.m. sharp. I'm already up 3 hours and working already. I want to talk about success and the concept of success, the meaning and significance of attaining success, and all these things, all the jargons and everything else that goes along with it. I don't know what you perceive success to be, but I'm out here loading firewood. These are filled with oil, so they burn very well, and I am cleaning up, and my team is over there. Let me try and go on the tractor and show you that huge fire they're lighting. See, my team this place is so huge that I have to have people working. See, I hope you're seeing that, and they're lighting fire, and they're all over the place, and I'm part on coordinating. And not to blow my horn, but I've been in several things in my life, guys, and anything I do, it just turns out, I'm not talking about that in this video, but it just turns out that I am in a position of leading. Now I'm in the middle of the mountains in a foreign country, okay, in Europe, in Italy, and I am the leader of basically an olive farming campaign, okay, and I have my workers, and they are very, very professional. Everything that I have ever learned, from everything that I know how to do with regards to these plants, I learned from them, okay. So these people have been doing olive works for over 3,000 years, and the olives are very significant and play a huge part in the rule of the Italian culture and people. Now, success. I consider myself to be very successful right now, right here where I stand, okay, and that is because I had many failures in my life, and before those failures I had achieved many things, and I thought, and they were in a sense successes. However, my concept of success and my ideology of success has changed throughout the years, okay. They have changed throughout the years, and this has enabled me to really adjust and fix my life the way that I want it to be. My canine is making noise. It's early in the morning, and I don't condone that because it's interrupting my videos. You gotta stay there, girl, eh? Stay there. Okay, so what happened is my success and my ideas and opinion and meaning and definition of success has evolved and has changed, and it's continuing to change because I'm learning a lot now. There are two types of success. So generally speaking, and then every other little nitty gritty of success falls under these. It's either personal or professional. Okay, personal success and professional success, and I will quickly touch on personal success. Personal success will include things like spirituality. Your spiritual life is in line and in order. Okay, and then you have that is broken down as well, and it gets very deep, because you can't just say spirituality. What type of spirituality? What do you do to connect with your inner self, your inner person, with the spiritual world and the good side of the spiritual world? Because there are two sides of the spiritual world: the good and the evil side, the bad side. Okay, and so when we talk about spirituality, you can do a couple, or you can do many of the spiritual disciplines, which include things like Hatha and Raja Yoga, and at some type of martial arts, some type of meditation, okay, scriptural reading, okay, affirmations, reciting verses and scriptures, and actually lines and phrases, sentences to yourself, and also in your mind, and outwardly with your mouth. Okay, because when you say something in your head and you're meditating on that, it's a difference with when you say it with your mouth, because words are made up of vibrational energy, and when you say a word or couple words, it goes out into the ocean of consciousness. I'm not going to get into that, and it has a starting point and no ending point. Okay, the ending point for the words that you say are your intentions. Okay, but they will manifest, and they will continue to go out and continue to work for you or against you. So when I learned about these things, I'm just giving you an example, I began changing the way I speak, the way I thought, and the way I acted. And each one has a direct and proportional effect upon the other. So for example, as a man thinketh, so he is. So is he or she. Okay, so when you think a certain way, that means you will speak a certain way, and you will act a certain way, and that will the result will manifest in life, and that's the person that people will see you to be. Now, when I have bad habits in life, and I fell down, and everyone falls down, and everyone's story is different and unique. I can give you a testament of this. Okay, as a person thinketh, so is he or she. I know about this very well. The minute I was able to change the way I thought, think, spoke, and acted, everything changed for me for the better. Now, that for me is success. Now, I'm not even touching on finances as yet, because when you talk about success, the first thing that goes through anyone's mind, including my own mind, is finances and money. Wrong way of thinking, and I had to get a grip of my own opinions and definition of success, personal success, because I thought that if I had for example, $1,000 in my bank account, that made me feel secure, and it was a form of success. And if I could grow that amount of network saving in the bank, and make it $10,000 or euros, whatever, and that means my life of success is growing. But what people don't know is that money and wealth are interchangeable, and wealth and success can be one or the other. For example, you can have $10,000 in the bank right now, and you are not wealthy, because money is used to manifest wealth and exchange wealth. Okay, so money is basically a means to an end. Yes, without money we can't do anything in a sense, but you can also exchange services for services, and you can also exchange money for services. So success can go very deep, and success, for some people, in relation to other people, there is a line of confusion starting to evolve whether one can term themselves successful or not. Okay, now I'm going to give you the last aspect of the personal success that I think, for me, in my own experience and opinion, that is very good. So I think, and this is the way I live. I get up early and I do my online businesses. And the way I see success in those businesses is because they were created from my mind. Okay? From my mind. So I actually sat down, I thought about creating an online business, and then jumped from that level, from 1 into 2 into 3 into 10 into over 100 online businesses right now. Okay, and that for me is a success. It was successful even without the first sale, because I was able to innovate and create from my inner self, and that is success. And that success is personal because it depends on every other aspect of my life. So I had to be able to have a good rest and sleep life, and I had to be able to have a good balanced family life, a good physical and exercising life, a good diet life and eating well, and just feeling in a state and being in a state of contentment. If you are not contented, you cannot create and you cannot innovate. So that, for me, that was a huge success when I was able to start doing these things. I'm telling you, without even making the first sale. I used to open my web pages and websites every day, and I just soak in the beautiful energy of the sight of beholding the organizational skills that I was able to hone in and put into a digital product and things like this. And that was success without earning a single dollar, a single cent. And it still is for me, and it will ever be. Okay? So that is what I call personal, a part of personal success that I was able to achieve. And I think that many people out there would like to start doing things like this. Now, the professional side of success is also relative and cognitive, and it varies from person to person. Some people want to be soldiers, some people want to be doctors, lawyers, okay? And what happens is that you can achieve anything or any of the sort and these ambitions, and you can still be unsuccessful. And the reason behind this is because the focus is put on the wrong thing. Okay, so being a lawyer or a doctor or a soldier and or a politician, anything, okay, you have arrived. Let's say you have arrived and you are now that thing. Okay, what people fail to realize is that they are not that thing. Okay, and this is the misconception with professional success. Okay, that make people unhappy even though they have arrived to the achievement of this aim and goal in their lives. So what happened? You ask anyone out there. So you ask for example John Tom. So John Tom, what do you ask John Tom, so what do you do in life? And John Tom will reply 9 out of 10 times and say, I am a doctor. And that's not true. You are not a doctor. You do the work of a doctor, and that's a big difference. You are qualified to do the work as a doctor, but you are not a doctor. You are John Tom. And people fail to hone in on their own selves and their identity and everything. If you go and read the Bible, and I cannot miss to omit the Bible in my speeches and videos. See that? I'm not the only one out here early. It's a culture. and I'm glad to be a part of it. That is success as well. So, if you read the Bible, there's a verse in the Bible that God says, I am. That's it. I am. If you go in the other cultures where they practice the yoga and everything, you will hear them saying the okay. It's the same equivalent as the I am. Okay. So God don't go around and says, I am a mountain creator, I'm a tree creator. God just say I am. That covers everything. And they call God the great I am. And that sums up everything. I am. I am. I mean, how can you contest that? And it's the same thing with us. We add titles. We say, I am a doctor. I am a lawyer. And you don't need to do that, because those are just the work that you came in the world and you chose to do that because you felt led to do that, or you were forced through situation, because this happened. People get forced through situation because only an opportunity is open to them that they can see, and they grab it and then they miss their destiny. Okay. And I believe that happened to me once in my life. I had to, through failures and problems and trials, I had to recenter myself, and I had to see what it was my real purpose. My real purpose is to speak to you, just like I'm speaking through this camera. Very simple. Okay, that my purpose is to speak to people and to teach people good things. That's what I am. I am. Okay. So I hope this video is a bit crammed up. I am trying to get to work, and also I am trying to relate this topic of success to you, but this topic is very broad. So let's summarize. If you don't take away anything else from this video, you just need to take away a couple things. Success can be either personal and professional, and success does not depend upon the monetary value you have in the bank, your wallet, or your pocket. Okay, you can be completely successful being broke. Now this sounds strange and stupid, but it's true. And I found myself to be in this position when I started rebuilding back my life from scratch 6 long years ago. So I felt very completed and whole, because my life was starting to take an honest track, an honest pathway, and there wasn't any worry. Okay, once you have worry in your life, then you're not successful. Okay. And secondly, you or thirdly, I should say, you have to seek growth. Okay. Success is not stationary or stagnant. So you have to seek growth, and on every front in your life, on your finances, socially, family-wise, relationally, spiritually, economically, all of these things. Academically, a lot of people negate and just outrightly neglect their academic success, and then some other people just focus on their academic success, and then they negate and neglect their family or relational side of success. You have people that are big executives in Fortune 500 companies that don't spend time to play with their sons and daughters, because they say, I am busy, and they pride that term, I am super busy, productivity, and so they neglect other areas of their life. Why you think big stars and people that are so well to do in life are being divorced over and over again? It's because they neglect their relational and marriage side of their life. So they're unsuccessful with their marriage, but they are successful actors or successful singers or successful entrepreneurs. You have to balance success. Now I started out this video saying I'm going to teach you, but when I really think about it, I'm not teaching you anything. I am just reminding you of what you already know. Okay, so these are just some of my thoughts about success. This morning, 7 a.m. here, the sun is over the ridge line now, and I am surrounded by mountains. almost 700 meters high above the Mediterranean Sea, and I'm going to start loading and offloading firewood for the next few hours and try and beat the sun, because when it gets hot here, the desert heat of the Sahara Desert, when that heat start coming over here, and sometimes the wind blows here and it starts getting dusty when it's hot. It's no joke. It's like being in a frying pan, okay? So we can't work past 11 a.m. Imagine that. We've got to come out at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, and we've got to get in the work between this time and then go inside away from the heat. It's very hot. I'm a tropical person, and I know about heat, but this heat here is dry heat. It's different. It will cook you alive, okay? Because we are close to us. We are working, and I think that I am very successful being able to get up early, to say goodbye to my daughter, to kiss my family goodbye, to come very contented to work, to be able to manage workers, to be able to be free from bad habits, no bad habits. I watch my life very closely and monitor every thought that goes through my mind, okay? Every thought, and including hatred and envy and all these bad enemies that reside within a person. I don't host them anymore. They have no place in me, okay? I am both successful personally and professionally. And yes, finances, I am working on my finances every single day of my life, because finance plays a key and the heart part of the growth of success. We can't negate that, but we must never focus on that as the primary element and to classify and say we are successful or not successful, okay? So I want to end this video with for you today. I hope it has been of use and value, and that it will open your eyes a bit and provoke you to start pursuing your successes in your life, okay? And it will also comfort you and assure you that not because you don't have a full overflowing bank account, you are unworthy and have no self-esteem or low self-esteem and think that you cannot be successful. The trick to success and starting on the road to success is first the realization of counting your blessings. What do you have? Well, if you are healthy, you can mark that down on a piece of paper. I have health success. And then if you have a good marriage, I have marriage success. You have children and they are healthy and you're living loving and you're a loving parent to those children. I am a loving, successful, loving parent to my children. And that you can start, and I tell you, when you start counting your blessings and feeling the sense of high and deep gratitude all around, you will begin to realize that you are far on the road to personal and professional success more than many other people, okay? So imagine me, I didn't set out to be a olive pruner or a manager or anything dealing with farming and agriculture and green living and olive oil making, but I am successful at this. I don't have any certification, but I was taught by the ancients of ancient that passed down their knowledge through the 3,000 years to these people that have been doing this thing all their lives, 40, 50, 60 plus years. They are all combined my teachers. I am successful at this. I know this. If I would leave this country right now, I would leave with a wealth of knowledge that make me very successful. If I would leave Italy right now and move to Spain, I would move into Spain with this knowledge, where the Spanish olive industry is first on the world and Italy is now second. Italy used to be first, so now Spain is first. If I would move to Spain, I can immediately have a job by becoming involved in the olive industry. See how successful I am? But I am here moving the wood on a tractor without being paid. And I'm still successful. It's zero. And so success is, I say, relative and cognitive. It's how you think about it and how it relates to you. Okay? And so I close this video now. I always say I'm closing. I feel so excited speaking about these topics to you that I hope now that you know that even if you're unemployed, if you feel down in life, if you feel that the COVID pandemic has knocked you down flat on your back and that you cannot do anything, I am telling you, as a failure, the biggest one the world and the universe has ever seen, I am telling you, if I could have bounced back in my life and put it together again and become a success, not only in my personal but my professional life, my spiritual life, created a family, have a great marriage, have a loving daughter, have in-laws, have friends, have co-workers, have finances, have businesses, teach people many topics and subject matters. If I could have came from zero and did that in 6 years and start building my life back of personal and professional success, there's no reason you can't do it. It takes tenacity and it takes determination, it takes deep focus, it takes prayerful and careful walking and attention, okay? And you can do it, okay? And the only time you can't do it is if you're dead, okay? Once there's blood running through these veins and the breath is going in and out of the lungs, there's energy and you can walk and talk, you can get up and you can lie down at will, you have no reason to stay down in life. And you have no reason to continue to feeling a sense of self-worth and a lack of success. Success depends on the way you see it and the way you think of it. If you can think it and you can believe it, you can achieve it. And if you say I can't, that means you can't. That's that, okay? Thank you for watching. I've got to get up in these high mountains now. I've got to go and carry my firewood, and I've got to go and live a successful day today. It's a Saturday, it's a public and bank holiday. For me, I don't like holidays because I love life. I embrace work. Work is a form of worship. I will talk to you about that in another video. The first person that was to work in this whole world, before the world was even created, was God. Okay? Work is an honorable thing. And like everything else, you should not overwork, but also remember to work on your success, to always pursue your successes. Success comes in small little steps. At the end of the day, when people see the small little steps that you take in private, in your life, private life, the world will see, the outside world will see a huge manifestation of your success. People that once knew me in my life when I was down and out, if those people would see me now, they can see me through this video right now, but they can only see a small portion and an aspect of my life. But if my whole life would be manifested to them up front right now, their jaws would be dropping down, because it would be unbelievable to see how I was able to rebound in my life just by changing the way I thought, getting mentorship and getting guidance and getting people to heal, help me in the healing process, that I just began contemplating my personal professional success. And it's not a lie, it's the truth. Okay? So my successes became possible again in my life because of the help of people, the help of God, but most importantly, the submission, not humiliation, but the humbleness. Humility is the word I'm looking for. The humility, the humbleness, and the submission of my own self to apply it into my life. Okay? And so I have a burning desire speaking to people about these subjects because I believe that the world is in a state of panic and fear, and I believe that people are looking for answers. They're hungry and they're thirsty for knowledge, and for a sense of identification and a sense of encouragement and knowing and believing that they want to see that it can be done. Okay, and I'm telling you, I'm showing you that it can be done, and it can be done the right way, and it can be done in quantum time frame. It doesn't have to be done as the old system and traditional ways of doing things. You need to put that a year aside to change your life. You can change your life in 1 second. Everything has changed. There's no rule book anymore. It's the way you think, and the way you think is the way you act. The way you act is the way you speak. Then all of this, and it just start a domino effect and a positive, a roller coaster, if you want to call it, in your life, and your life will start becoming a success. Okay, thank you for watching. This is Mervin saying, follow me. See you in another video.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share these videos with your friends.